Hey there, Cancer. It's Jen here from tarotspirit.net. Thank you for joining me. I apologize. I've been sick and the stuffy nose is kind of hanging on. It's the first time I've been sick in 2 years, which is amazing. Although it's really, it's kind of, no, I moved back. I moved back to the building. I'm still at the same, I got a new job just about 2 years ago exactly, and I moved to a different building. And then in June, I moved back to my old building, and I was like, I wonder if it's something about the building. I don't know, but I've been here since June, so my son got sick too. 2 years without being sick is pretty awesome. I'll take it. But I apologize, so I'm sniffling and I sound weirder than normal, but sorry, it's just the way it is. I actually don't feel so bad. All right. Happy holidays, whatever you celebrate, or Happy New Year if you celebrate this new year or whatever. Whatever you want to do, you do. You do you. Cancer, you do you this month. Whatever you need to do, you do. We have a full moon in Gemini on December 12th and a new moon in Capricorn on December 26th. What do we have at the bottom? Oh, this victory card's been popping up a lot, which is wonderful. Victory. And underneath it is wealth and the Chariot. Holy crap. And the Ace of Wands. So this is like, I'm going to stop there. This is that spark, that new beginning. I want to fill in the blank. Could be a job, could be a relationship, something about life. I am inspired to do something. And you set in motion to do that. This is the plan. This is the action. Here's my inspiration. Here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I want to do. I am going to set my GPS and I'm going to take all the steps to get me to that destination, that final goal. Might have a little help from the family, but this is my foundation. This is my plan. This is going to be part of my legacy. This is something that's really important to me. And here's the victory. So I don't know where you are in this process. If you could be at that spark, that Ace of Wands, that initial beginning or the planning stages, or trying to figure out how to get the resources to implement it fully. But whatever you've been working at, you find success. Or this is at the bottom because you're still working towards something, maybe under the surface, in the background. Keep working at it, because victory is there. So if there's something you've been, it's hard to, everyone's all inspired at the beginning to do something, but boy, it can be hard. And if it's something that takes years, sometimes things take literally years and years to make happen. And it can be hard. Cancer. I'm doing Cancer. Did I say I'm doing Cancer? It can be hard to stay motivated, right? So I don't remember if I said this. I've done a bunch of readings. This is for Cancer, December 2019. So I pulled some cards. I'm kind of looking at them in pairs. I may read them all together or just as separate ones. So this first pair, we have the Three of Swords. So this is the truth hurts. This is maybe the end of a relationship, the breakup of a relationship, especially paired with the Hermit. So if someone you used to spend a lot of time with, you no longer are spending time with, you may be feeling alone. It's really making some hurtful situation has really caused you to go within and withdraw within and do some soul searching and some really trying to figure out what is your guiding light, what is important to you, where do you want to go in your life. The light in the hermit's lamp is what's he takes, she takes, they take all the knowledge, wisdom, experience they've ever learned in life, and then put it all out on the table and say, okay, what makes sense to me? What matters to me? What do I think is most important? And then uses that as his compass moving forward. Because you can't truly live with someone else's guiding principles if you don't really buy into it. I apologize, I'm going to blow my nose. Sorry, that's super gross, but all right, let's get a couple more. So four of Wands could be the marriage card. It's a strong foundation card. And the Four of Swords, truce. This is meditation, retreat. These two go really well together, actually. Really meditating, going inside, figuring things out, but taking a break, taking some time out, calming your mind. Like things are coming together in your mind that are calming it instead of the Nine of Swords where it's just racing and it's all fear-based and fear-based and just kind of spiraling out of control. This is, it's so funny how perspective is, because when I look I'm using my computer to film this. When I look at my computer, having this moonstone over here looked really out of balance. And having it up here now, it looks like it's in between this candle, which went out, and this celestite. But from my view, I'm looking at it this way, perpendicular. It's completely out of balance. Like this is spaced in between these two things. So I'm bringing that up not because I'm ADD, although maybe I am. I'm very scattered. It's like, ooh, something shiny, and I'm off to something new. But a shift in, that's the hermit. He's a master at understanding life is all about perspective. The sun's just coming up here. So this is an aha moment for you guys, Cancer. And it's so using the hermit and changing your perception can go from this really hurt, betrayed, jealous Three of Swords energy to this very peaceful, calm, stable Four of Swords energy. You feel more stable. You've able to put things together in your mind that are bringing peace instead of anxiety. Yeah. This beautiful Empress. And balance, justice. Exactly. I love this progression. I just got the chills. So moving from doing what you think you're supposed to be doing to making peace with, I've got to do what's right for me, to creativity and balance coming into your life with victory just right under the surface. It's right there. It's just, you're just not quite there yet, but it's going to take moving through this. It's the insecurity, and we all have this, and it doesn't, this process doesn't happen once. Sometimes it has to happen every day. am I crazy to be going after what's really important to me and not getting this job, or not going with this stable person that's going to have a nice job and be able to provide for me, versus this person that I truly connect with? Um, and having, being on the older side, um, yeah, I'm tipping. I'm almost 50. Um, the stability gives no guarantee of happiness if it's not authentically what you truly want. And it's stilting without being authentic to how you want to live and what you truly want and what's truly important to you. Now, I'm not saying throw away, we need to eat and pay our bills. Um, and so you may have to be in a job, for example, that isn't what you love. But don't always be working on this other thing and this other plan too. Don't give up on that. Don't become complacent where you are, because then things can get really stagnant and depressed, and you can sort of lose your spark. Where was that spark down here? Remember that spark you had? So don't let the spark burn out. And that takes like a mindset to be able to keep that spark going while you're in a phase that maybe you're not feeling super creative, but this creativity, it's organic. She's organic. She allows things to happen, but she has a plan and she has an outlet and she brings things to fruition. And making sure you have balance, making sure you have time. You're not just always working. You're not just always with someone else. You're not just always alone, like trying to figure out how to make sure you're working on balance. I think it's impossible to think you can be in balance all the time. The normal state is attempting balance, not being in balance. So managing expectations. Like, oh, why don't I feel at peace today? I meditated all weekend. Well, because that's impossible. And having a more gentle and forgiving approach to yourself. I love that the sun's coming up in your reading. That's what I'm getting that feeling like you're an awakening, like this hermit's light from that lamp is illuminating. All right, I'm going to pull a few more cards to see if we get any further information or another message. Trying to use your time wisely. And it doesn't mean, I don't mean, if you have time to lean, you have time to clean, and like every second has to be filled. But I remember my friend I grew up with that we carpooled together, our families carpooled together because I went to a private school that didn't have buses. It was a half hour away. So we carpooled with another family. And when he moved after college, after whatever, as an adult, he used to live in Southern California. I think he might be in San Francisco now. And he had almost a 2-hour commute every way, which is, I guess, normal for out there in bigger cities. But he taught himself a different language. Like he used it to learn another language. So you can use commute time to listen to podcasts or books on tape or whatever interests you. You could even dictate, you can have something recording and dictate a book or whatever. I don't know why that's coming up. Oh, I know why. I have a Cancer person that's listening that has a commute. That must be why it came up. The other really hard thing, and I struggle with this myself, is not to take the stress of things that you have to do that you may be not loving to do, like work. We all have to eat and pay our bills. Is to be able to leave that stress. Like I'm recording this on a Sunday. Leave that. So I have this real problem where on Sundays I start, oh my God, it's Sunday. That means tomorrow's Monday. And so I start detracting or, again, that saying, worry is like drinking poison. I'm sure I'm getting it wrong, but you get the gist. Drinking poison and hoping someone else dies. Okay, so I'm already bummed that I have to go back to work tomorrow, and yet I have a whole day. So it's almost like being able to compartmentalize and say, I'm not going to thinking or worrying about work right now is not going to do anything but make today, Sunday, less enjoyable. So being mentally disciplined to say, no, I'm going to get at 7 o'clock, I'm going to take a nice warm bath, salt bath, and whatever. Start going to bed at a good hour so that I'll be nice and rested for Monday. But up until then, I'm not going to think about it until my alarm goes off Monday morning. And you know what I'm saying? Just trying to figure out how to be in the moment. I really highly recommend, and I wish, but I don't get any money. No one's paying me to say this. Eckhart Tolle's A New Earth. It was life-changing to me. I actually have the CDs somewhere. But that's something you can listen to in the car on a commute. And it really helped me I need to listen to it. I need to listen to it again. It's almost like I need a fix at least once a year, and I haven't listened to it in many, many years. So I'm really overdue, and I can see it because it teaches you how to, even if you don't want to be where you are in the moment, it teaches you to accept it, and it helps stop that anxiety and stop that worry about other things and be peaceful and accepting in each moment. And it was really life-changing for me. I highly recommend him or any of his work. So yeah, that's the type of message. Going from this worrying Three of Swords to this calm, accepting Four of Swords, which brings about balance. All right, what do we have here? We have the Hierophant, which is spiritual teaching. So maybe you want to listen to some spiritual teachings. You can do this when you're exercising, when you're driving in your car, whatever. Page of Swords, new communication. That can be texting with people. Wow, I am telling you. Six of Wands. This came out, was it Scorpio? Got the victory card twice. I feel like someone else did too. Who have I done? Libra, Sag, Scorpio, Taurus. Victory. 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 Hang in there. Oh, and Taurus just had this too. So I don't know if you have a Taurus connection. You may want to watch the Taurus reading. This is that thing deep down inside that you really, really want. But tell me what you want, what you really, sorry. I'll probably get flagged now for music. Oh, God. All right, we need to end this reading because now I'm really starting to lose it. So this is that thing that bubbles up, and then you quickly go, oh, no, no, no. I can't do that for all these bullshit reasons, basically. Basically, ego-based, what will other people think, or fear-based insecurity, not believing in yourself reasons. But they're not really true. It doesn't mean it's going to be easy, but they're really bullshit reasons. So when those things start to bubble to the surface, before you send them back down, write them down. Speak them. Make them more real, and then actually see if you can bring them to fruition. Because with the energy of this Empress here and these victory cards, you really probably can. So believe in yourself. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there, Cancer. This is a really cool reading. Hope you have a wonderful holiday season, New Year, and you live your best authentic life in the moment. Take care.